Okay, everybody, welcome back. Today I'm gonna be running another new deck. This is like literally a me deck all the way. So I got another deck, but it really goes by too fast. It wouldn't be worth you watching. So this one drags out, takes a little while, and it should be entertaining to watch, whether I win or lose. Clock Tower Prison. This is strictly defense deck. Like that's all I'm doing here is trying to protect myself while laying waste to my opponent. And I put myself against a straight attack deck because anything else would get a little too boring with them not wanting to attack or something. With them like sitting back to play effects or something. I want to make it a little bit more entertaining where they're just like jumping at me. I want to do this just to irritate them. Now I got some good news too. Hopefully one day soon I will be having real opponents again. And in turn, one of them being Psychotic Kitten. She recently got DevPro downloaded, and she should be building. Well, she's got one deck already, but we want to try to make it a little bit more entertaining than that deck would provide. Don't want to chain another card. I want to watch you lose life points. Now, back in the day, like way back before there was like anything said about there being a maximum card limit too, I actually ran a defense deck beforehand, but the problem is that card deck actually involved cards that are currently banned, and it also had 120 cards. So it never actually like won the same way twice in a row either. It always won in different ways. So I actually missed that deck. But this is my attempt at trying to recreate it using less cards. Because I like the idea of having a deck that's just like a spiked ball. If you ever watched Naruto and you've seen Gaara in the original series and watched how hopeless it was for Sasuke to try to attack him when he was in his little dome, that's pretty much what I picture. Like I see a fortress, I'm building it, and it's your job to try to climb over these walls, and you're not going to make it. So, not if I can help it. And every time you do attempt it, you're going to hurt more and more each time. And that's what I'm going for. So if you feel that way, please let me know in the comments that is exactly how you think you would feel if you was facing this deck. Let's see. I don't have anything that benefits from having a monster get killed, so I'll just end it. Now, I do have a card that is in here. It's actually, I think it's called Final Countdown. So eventually there will be a way of ending this game if I don't just have them deck out or something. Because the big thing is supposed to be like the more they attack, which I probably should have picked a different deck to face because now that I'm seeing this, they really are just attacking mindlessly. We're up to 4. That's one way we can win, which it looks like that's probably going to be the way we are going to win. Because as of right now, they can't even kill me like through battle, even if they wanted to. Normally they'd have a fissure or something to play at this point, but the fact that Marshmallow is still on the field is kind of sad. We're up to 5, 2 more turns. I was thinking about setting this, but I'm not going to. Eventually they'll play a card that'll destroy him, and when they do, looks like I'm going to get to play Final Countdown after all. I don't want to chain. Go ahead and pay the 2,000 life points. Why not? It's almost over anyways. Ooh. That would have hurt. And that's it. Game. Okay. Well, let's go see what we can find. I'm going to be looking around some more to find some better opponents before I start running that deck again, so that there can be like some variety. In the meantime, I'm running yet another, the semi-defense deck. This one is actually my version of a mill deck. I admit it's probably not a perfect mill deck, but hey, it has been fun to play with, and it has gotten me a few victories. So. Now, a lot of my decks too, I already know, are not really good for tournament use. Like, this deck would probably never win you a tournament. But if you're just having some friends around, you don't really play that much, and you just want to have a good time, like you just want to goof off basically with some friends, it's a good deck. It's something that'll annoy somebody, but at the same time is fun, entertaining. It's kind of laid back to play. Like, there's no really stress from playing this deck at all. I've faced every one of the dev bot decks, and none of them have really been that big of a concern when playing this. Set this, activate that. Just because I want to have my 3 turns of milling them with that. Good thing I did that when I did, huh? Activate that. Hopefully his attack will be down low enough by the time he can make his move that it won't hurt so much. I don't know if you know Ghost Trick Skeleton, but his basically, he comes from a whole Ghost Trick deck. I love the Ghost Tricks. Like, it feels like they're missing something, but if I can ever figure out what it is that they're missing, that is a nasty deck. That is fun and annoying, and it's just like, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but I love to annoy people. It just fits in perfectly. I could be your best friend, or I could just be an aggravating little crap head that you're sitting there around. But the ghost tricks all have the ability of basically you can activate their ability to set them back down into defense mode, which allows you to activate flip effects multiple times, which is really convenient. Like moments like this. Yes, I want to mill. He's one of my favorite ones specifically. I use him in every ghost trick deck I build. I'm gonna set him just for defense. Now, normally I would try to get two of these onto the field at the same time, but I feel I'm not gonna get that chance here because I am running dangerously close to running out of defenses because I'm not drawing any monsters. Oh, thanks. And yes, their effects do kick in even after they're flipped, like through other means. So this isn't a loss at all. And look, he even left them for me. That was nice. I'm gonna activate his effect and put him back down. Just end my turn there because I need these two to actually go to the graveyard right now. I can't even activate Jar of Greed until they do. And I don't want to activate that. This is actually the Ghost Trick Field card. I was going to be using that, but it's not ready for that yet. I have a trap card in here that's supposed to go with that. Wait, get rid of this. Yeah, the biggest issue right now I'm having is literally just the fact that I'm not getting the combos that I need. Get you and you and you and you. I don't have a choice but to take him too. Oh, that's a shame. Yep, we're gonna exile. I mean, he served his purpose, so it's not bad. Sorry about that. And now we got pretty much everything we need to finish this match off, actually. I want to chain? No. I'm gonna activate this. I want to chain? No. I want to set this. Just end my turn, so we can just go ahead and get rid of the excess. And on this day, it will be the end. And that was convenient. He didn't attack with the lava golem or the ancient gear. All the golems are the same in my eyes. Activating. Swords. Set. And we are done. That's gonna be the game. Yep, it's not even necessary anymore. Like I said, pretty laid back. The last few decks I've built have been like this, where I don't really actually have to do anything. The deck just kind of wins itself. So if you're, like I said, you're looking for a laid back deck, you're playing against some like mid-range duelist, not really champion style, this is a good deck to build. Like if you're just wanting to hang out, chill, you're not really looking to have a 30-second duel. You don't want to have a who's the first to OTK. This is a fun deck to play with. You know, if you got somebody that likes to drag it out and y'all want to waste 30 minutes of your day, you actually want to play 30 minutes. Here you go. Like, and that's the kind of duelist I am. I'm not a real big fan of these OTK decks. I will show you one of my OTK decks, and I'm sure that it's not even in the top 10 listing of best decks in the world. But let me pull that one out for you. I just need a quick second. And I'm back. Sorry I cut it out before I actually officially beat him. Don't worry, I won. And, wow. If that's not a trap card to stop me, then I've already pretty much got this. Yeah. Go ahead and do it. Activate his effect. I'll go ahead and ditch this card instead. Send him to the field. Yes, activate your effect. Send this card. Activate its effect. And I will do a play-by-play some other day to show you exactly what I'm doing here. But I'm kind of running out of time for tonight to play. So I'm just kind of making a quick run to show you that I do have the decks to do this. But to me, it's not fun. It's not entertaining. There's nothing cool about it. It's actually pretty bothersome to me to even use this deck. But it is a thing. And this monster can attack twice. Like, you didn't get to see that because I just wanted to one attack kill. And he literally, the spell card here cuts a monster's attack in half and gives the attack power to the monster of your choice. So I took 1,000 from the 2,000. Then I did it again. This guy destroys a monster by battle, he can attack again. So I'm doing damage constantly. At the end of the turn, even if I don't attack, I'm doing 3,000 damage to me and my opponent. I have 2 of them already in my hand. I could have played this out a different way so that I could actually summon both of them to the field and done this, which I have done. Just actually 5 minutes before I started recording, I defeated the same duelist twice in a row using this. Then I faced another deck, beat it in 2 turns just because I wanted to wait a turn to summon my fusion monster. So this deck is very powerful, very much enjoy it, but this is more for if I'm mad and I just want to make a statement than to actually say, hey, buddy, you want to chill? You want to have a friendly game of Yu-Gi-Oh just to have, like, pass some time and have fun, hang out? This is not a deck I would use against them. I don't think this is a way to play a game with a friend that you like and want to spend time with. At this point, it's just a rock, paper, scissors match. And I do wish that there would be more card games that would come out that would be more like what Yu-Gi-Oh used to be. I got into it back when it first came out, not now, where everything is they ban anything that makes a deck good, so that you have to go buy a new deck to keep up to date and to even participate with everybody. Ban list has like one monster or one spell card that's essential for every single deck banned, so that you can't play none of the old decks. And if you do really go back far enough to get one of the really old decks, it's not going to keep up with anything new that just came out. Look at this deck. Blackwing would never be able to touch this deck. And Blackwing was the revolutionary deck back in the day. Like, that's just, it's insane to think of how far it's come. And it's just going further and further. You go on YouTube. I've tried to go to YouTube and see if anybody else is doing Yu-Gi-Oh matches. And yes, there are plenty of other people playing Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and stuff like that. And every single one of the ones I found for Yu-Gi-Oh is listed as OTK, OTK. Well, where's the fun? Like, the card game is not supposed to be a job. It's supposed to be fun. So, do you play the game for fun, or do you play the game to go and just beat people? Do you go spend $80 to $100 to just go beat a bunch of people and then never really enjoy what you do? I mean, it's a children's card game, people. So, but I mean, I would like to hear feedback on that too. Like, please leave some comments so I can see what you think. Am I just being stupid about it? Like, am I wrong about this? Am I the only person in the world who sees it that way? Or what? But I'd love to find out. So please like, comment, subscribe. If you're into it, give me some deck ideas to work with, monsters, combinations. Me and my girlfriend, we went and watched a Yu-Gi-Oh movie. Just came out, actually, this last Saturday. And we got to go see it, and we even got a little promo god card, Obelisk, the Tormentor. And, we actually really enjoyed it. And this in particular deck, that's the reason why I built this deck, was because I like building the bad guys decks. I've built the Kaiba deck, and honestly, it's good, but it's not as good. I don't like Yugi, personally. He's my least favorite of them because he's too OP. But at least in the show he is. Building his decks are aggravating. But I like a Dark Magician deck. I like the variety and the options that came from that. This deck, I built it. It took no time at all to build it. There's even if you took every single cubic monster, which, by the way, 3 of him, yes. 3 of him, yes. 3 of him, yes. Everything else do 1. You do not need any of the other monsters, really, in the deck. They just kind of filler. I never even really use them. I use them whenever I'm just goofing off or with my other cubic deck. This is my OTK cubic deck. I built it just to show that I could to some of my friends. But I have another cubic deck that's more like a movie themed deck, because I like the rush of not knowing what's going to happen next. I like a back and forth game. I like being on top, my monster's strong, then my opponent plays something, beats me down, and I have to climb my mountain again. I have to get back on my high horse. If you watch anime or you watch Dragon Ball Z specifically, that's my favorite anime. Bleach, anything, there's always a back and forth. There's a little bit of, fight in the enemy, and you sit there and you watch that. You don't want to just come in there, watch somebody one-hit kill the person and just walk away. And I know what some of y'all are saying, One Punch. That is not a serious anime. I'm sorry. That thing was meant to be as a joke. You might as well say boba, 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 boba. That's right. I said boba, 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 boba. It's a mouthful, actually. Nah, so like I said, I like to see the feedback. I like the fight. I like the tug of war. I like the struggle. The struggle is real. So let me know exactly what you think. Let me see some deck ideas. Let me see if you're interested in duels. Hit me up. I would actually love to face somebody. I'll even record it. People can see. But like I said, I'm looking for people who are going to play with actual used decks. I'm not looking for OTK players. So if I play you and you're running a let me beat you in one turn deck, I'm probably not going to post a recording because it's boring to me, and I'm not going to waste that much time posting videos that are literally over in an instant. So that's why I threw this one on the back end of 2 other duels, because the fact is The other ones take a little bit longer, but they didn't even take as long as I had hoped they would. You know, because I don't like the idea of clicking on a video either, and the video only lasting 2 minutes. I wasted my time to load on. I waited through an advertisement that took longer than the video did before, and it wasn't worth the time and the effort I put forth, and there wasn't really much to see. I'm looking for a show. I like to sit down after work, relax with my girlfriend, and we watch YouTube videos and we watch TV shows and stuff like that. I don't want to sit down and watch a 30-second skit and just that be the end of it. There's nothing else to do after that 30-second skit. So, but I've ranted long enough. Like I said before, I'm sorry I drug this on. Like and subscribe, leave comments. You know the drill. And I'll see you in the next episode. Hopefully, I'll see you again. Peace.